Hello, bonjour, namaste, ni hao, and ohio everybody. What is going on? It is Galeriot here, and welcome back to the YouTube channel once again for another Danmachi video. And today we are going to be going through my videos comment section, wherein of course I talked about the announcement of season 5, and we're going to be checking out your guys' reaction. And along with that, we're going to be going through the Reddit post, wherein of course the post was about season 5's announcement, and we're going to be checking out some of the reactions over there as well. So of course, if you guys go on to enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel for more Danmachi content, and let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think a couple of days on from the announcement of season 5? Do you guys still think it's a fantastic idea that they're moving on and continuing to do season 5? When do you guys think it'll release? Because we still don't know the release date for season 5, right? That is something I don't think I was very clear on in the last video. I spoke a little bit about it, saying that, you know, we should probably get it at the end of 2024, start of 2025. By that I meant that we didn't even know the release date yet. Of course, when it came to this announcement, they just said that it's in development and that's it. So let me know, what do you guys think about the season 5 announcement, you know, a couple of days on from the official announcement itself? Anyways, let's get into the comment section. Now, of course, I should mention that there will probably be some spoilers, because you know how people are. Some people cannot get away without typing any spoilers. So of course, once again, be very cautious when you're watching this video, of course, right? I would advise probably just skipping this video if you don't feel like, you know, going through any spoilers or potential spoilers, because I expect definitely the Reddit will probably have some spoilers. I expect my comment section, I think maybe one comment will probably have spoilers. I'll try and skip over it until later on in the video, but of course I can't really, you know, do much about it. I'll probably try and blur if anything pops up that I notice is a big spoiler. I will try and blur it from the video itself, but just keep in mind that this video will probably contain spoilers for volumes 16, 17, and 18, of course. So keep that in mind. Let's go through my video first and foremost, because of course this is our community, so we want to read our community's response first and foremost before we jump over to the general Danmachi community. So let's see what everybody has to say here. Hyped. If it's a two-parter season, they could spread them over winter 2024 and winter 2025. I assume by that he means like fall 2024 to winter 2025. So basically from October 2024 to effectively March 2025. It's a entire season long. It's a two-core season basically. I think that's the way they'll go about it. I think the best way for them to do it, in all honesty, is probably doing fall 2024 and then maybe doing spring 2025. Maybe take a break in between to prepare stuff. I've heard some people suggest even doing a 3-core, doing 3 seasons long basically. So going from like fall 2024 to summer 2025. I think that's a little bit too long. 36 episodes. I don't know if it's that necessary to go that much. I feel like at that point we might be dragging out certain sections. I do think that we do need to tend towards the 30 count. I don't know if we need to go over the 30 episode count just yet. I don't feel like, and I might need to reread all the light novels from 15 to 18. Of course, if we're including 15, then I can see more of an argument for pushing to the 30 count. But I feel like if it's only 16 to 18, which, let's be real, it most likely will only be 16 to 18, then I can see an argument where they might just do 24, 25 episodes, to be honest. So we'll have to wait and see on that front. PV Maroske is talking about some 15 stuff, so I'm gonna move over it, but I obviously talked a little bit about this already. There is an important Bell and Eyes scene in volume 15 that they definitely need to show. So I hope that at least if they don't adapt anything else, that needs to be there at the start of the next season, in my opinion. Irvin says, it's season 5. I'm so excited for it. Limuru says the same thing. Super hype. Waiting 1 year now. It'll probably be 1 year. The fact that we don't have a release date says a lot. I think in 6 to 7 months time, we'll probably get more details about exactly when it's going to be dropping, most likely. Jayhawker adds, I think it makes sense. Season 4 part 2 got a lot of attention and they want to capitalize off of it. Absolutely. I think it's the perfect opportunity for them to push forward. Do I think season 5 was necessary though? Probably not. I think they could have done anything Danmachi related and it would have still done relatively well. Especially if they did like a whole bunch of things, right? I think the main things that they could have done, right, to hold us over for season 5, they could have done Astray Record and Aedes Vesta. That way you're tackling both Ryu and Bell. I think a Stray Record could have been a TV anime. That way you could have seen the past as well. And I think it would have helped a lot in terms of context for the future of the series as well, in my opinion, especially with Ryu and also to an extent Bell, Eyes, Otaro, and so on and so forth. I think it would have helped a lot of them as well in the long term in terms of their lore and world building. I think a Stray Record and TV anime format would have been fantastic, but along with that, Ades Vesta would have been a great way to also promote Bell, because obviously in a Stray Record, Bell doesn't exist, right, at this point in time. He isn't featured in the story at all, whereas in Ades Vesta, you would be doing a movie with Ades Vesta, and you'd be doing a non-canon story, yes, but you're still doing something with Bell, and you're promoting it as a movie, which would have done exceptionally well, to be fair. So I think, you know, they could have done something like that, and then they could have done season 5, which I think would have been the best way to go about it. But of course, they've done this now, so obviously they're trying to capitalize, like Jay Hawker said. They're trying to capitalize the hype of that season 4 finale, which was of course amazing. Season 4 as a whole was fantastic, so yeah, they're trying to capitalize off it. User says, I'm looking forward to this, pretty happy. Irvin says, actually, I doubt it would take that long. Take Shadow, Eminence and Shadow as an example. They already finished adapting 11 episodes of season 2, and it's only a month gap instead of a year. Though I might be writing, it's only my hypothesis. It depends on show to show. Obviously, when we got the announcement for season 4 of Danmachi, I think it took it about a year and a half, 2 years for it to release. Whereas if you look at another show like Eminence and Shadow, it was like less than a year for it to get its second season. And for some other shows, it was like, it's the same as well. They'd get a second season within like 6-7 months. You know, Kaguya-sama, for example, I think it was like a year between seasons effectively, or a year and a half between seasons. So it just depends on show to show. Some seasons get it really, really quickly, some don't. So it's a matter of just waiting and seeing what exactly goes down. I think Spy Family as well was, what, 6 months? If I'm not mistaken, we had it in winter 2023. We had it at the start of the year, and then, you know, now we've gotten it already. I think it was at the start of this year, unless I'm misremembering. But yeah, Spy Family is another show that got, you know, a season really quickly again. So I feel like we'll have to wait and see on that front, in all honesty. Boring Bones says, and I replied to this, the fact that Danmachi has 5 seasons and No Game No Life never even got a second season is crazy. And that's true. A lot of shows that you see, you know, Devil is a Part-Timer took 11 years to get its second season. NGNL didn't get its second season at all. And admittingly, for No Game No Life, there were other reasons behind the scenes that caused it to potentially not have its second season. Of course, if you guys didn't know, there were a lot of accusations of the author plagiarizing content and stuff. I'm pretty sure they've been absolved, if I'm not mistaken, because he is still writing the story and the light novels are still being published. But studios try and tend to avoid any sort of controversy, you know, in any sort of situation, you know. I remember, what was the show that recently happened? Oh, there was this huge manga. What was it called? Oh my god, I can't remember it. It was in Shonen Jump as well. So many people. Act Age was an unbelievable series, right? It was so well received. And then we found out that the author of and the mangaka was doing some really weird shit in public and stuff. So he got arrested. The illustrator was out of a job. You know, Shonen even talked to her saying, like, do you want to do something else? Do you want to even carry on with the series? Because they were going to ask her to basically carry on the series potentially. And she was like, I'm just a junior illustrator. And she's still very young from my understanding, from what I remember. So it was just like, you know, that series is just gone now. It's in the dust. It's never going to come back. And nobody's going to probably pick it up in terms of an anime either. Because, well, why would you take an incomplete series that's never going to be finished, right? So obviously there are a lot of factors. Danmachi thankfully has a very clean author in Omori Sensei. I mean, the worst he's done and the biggest crime arguably he's done in terms of for a lot of people in the community at least is focusing on Danmimo instead of the actual light novels. But you know, I personally don't mind that, but others do, of course. I think that's probably his biggest crime arguably. But yeah, I think that's one thing to note. I hope the trailer will be dubbed, Frank says. Well, it's not dubbed, unfortunately. I don't think it'll be ever dubbed, but there are English subtitles as far as I know. Somebody mentioned it in my Discord that there are English subtitles, which is very cool. But yeah, Chuan says after releasing season 5, they will probably release a spin-off about the ancient times starting with Argonaut. I love it, but I think it's too late for that as well. I don't know. It would be nice for them to do it. Well, it's never really late for them to do it, but I think they should have done it ages ago if they wanted to do it. I think even now they could have done it, and they should have done it in all honesty, but oh well. Amit Aslam says, very good news. Absolutely. Seifeng says, happy birthday, Gail's mom. This news dropped on my mom's birthday, so that was fantastic. Do you know which novels the series can cover? Is it just Freya arc? Does the school district novels be in the series, or will that be another small series? This should only be Freya's arc. I don't think they'll cover this education district in this. Otherwise, it'll be a big problem, in my opinion. Oh yes, hi, I see this on Twitter, but I hope they make an ecchi over like the other season. I hope they don't, in all honesty. I hope they don't. Because honestly, I think if they really wanted to, they should probably do something with episode Freya, in all honesty. I think that's the way they should go about it, to be quite honest, rather than doing anything else when it comes to the OVA. But they probably might do an OVA. We haven't had an announcement for a season 4 OVA, so I don't know if they'll even do it, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, I'm gonna swiftly move along because there was a spoiler there, so I'm gonna quickly blur this section so that people don't get spoiled about it at all there. Sadman, I even like the SO anime. This is, of course, in reference to me saying that, you know, the SO anime was such a failure that they literally don't still want to do it. I agree. I think, you know, well, I don't agree with that. I agree that I like SO, but yeah, it's unfortunate the anime itself was never well received. So it is very unfortunate, I think, in that regards. I wish it was. I wish they would just do it, but yeah. A lot of people are saying, yes, we're reading nice for 2 years. I just hope it's for it to respect Bell and Ice. You'll see. You'll see is what I'll say. Toshi's like, what? This was such a surprise for a lot of people. And Scuba Thomas says, I was wrong. Well, this was, of course, in relation to the fact that I said that we wouldn't be getting season 5 next. And yeah, they made me eat my words. But it is what it is. All right, let's go and check the Reddit out and see what they have to say about season 5's announcement. I'm very curious to see what they have to say. I'm hoping some positivity is in the Reddit. But of course, knowing how the Reddit feels about Volume 18, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some concerns, but let's see. Asli Me says, oh my god, I'm so happy. I binged the entire show in a week a few days ago, and I didn't expect a new season announcement soon. Yeah, I feel like they're probably going to take their time till 2025 since they only said it was only greenlit. They are going to discuss how many episodes and what plot to put in. Agreed. Family and I just started S3, loving it, so happy it's getting his 5th season. Yeah, a lot of people in my Discord as well were actually saying that they're just starting season 3 and stuff. Funnily enough, actually, I was talking about this to somebody in my Discord, right? Some people had concerns about, you know, a lot of people didn't really like season 2 and season 3. Admittingly, season 2 people didn't like because of how the pacing was. Even we as a light novel readers didn't like season 2 at all. Season 3 was a little bit more appreciated, but some people still didn't really like it that much. And a lot of people are concerned that because season 5, if you guys already didn't get the inference from my previous videos and stuff, it is very much not dungeon focused. It's a lot more familiar focused. Of course, Freya and Seer are going to be the focal characters in the upcoming arc, as you guys can tell by the trailer and everything, right? So a lot of people, and to this person who mentioned it in my Discord, mentioned that, you know, it may not be really appreciated by a lot of people in the community. And I disagree with that, in all honesty. I feel like, you know, some people in my Discord really loved season 2 and season 3, and some other people I've spoken to that aren't necessarily light novel readers loved season 2 and season 3 as well, which is a surprise to me on season 2 side. Season 3 I understand, but yeah, it was a bit of a shock to me to see so many people like those 2 seasons. So I think it depends on execution, and I think a lot more people will like season 5 because it will culminate in a big event, of course, and of course the culmination of this mystery of Seer and Freya, which a lot of people have been wondering about since 2015 when the anime first aired, of course, right? So yeah, I think it'll be a very loved season, assuming the execution is done right. It's all dependent on that. It's just dependent on execution. That's about right. Don't forget it will take 2 years if done right, like season 4, so it's still a long time. Absolutely, I agree. It'll take about 1.5 2 years probably. I hope season 5 has 2 cores like season 4, so something like 16 or 17 in core 1 and 18 in core 2. I think that would be a good natural split. I don't think we'll see volume 15, unfortunately, since it doesn't really fit in naturally with anything. yes and no, it does fit in one way, some way, shape, or form, but I think they'll have to just cut it up like how they did volume 8 basically in season 2, right? Something like that basically. But I think, yeah, I agree with the split. 16, 17 in core 1, maybe a bit of 15 as well, and then volume 18 in core 2 probably. I agree. But yeah, that's I agree with Mick Hoffman. One episode, maybe 2 episodes at most. Maybe they can do as well. They'll probably do a season review in episode 0, going over the last 4 seasons, and then episode 1 will probably be volume 15. I agree. Let's go. I see Sear Eye upward. Best girls, time to shine. I know, right? Yep, there you go. If it has 2 parts like volume season 4, then we might see volume 4 18. But realistically, I can only see the season being till volume 17, even with 2 parts. Volume 15 will probably not be in there, so enough space for volume 16 or 18. Otherwise, it'll be stupid not to finish the arc. I agree with that. With that point, it would, you could do it on a cliffhanger, but it feels weird to put it in a separate season, in all honesty. I don't know, volume 16 and 17 is pretty important. Oh yeah, it is very important, no doubt about it. But they cut out a lot of content for Chesty as Cheston bypass. My hope is probably being misplaced. I disagree with that. I mean, season 2, yes, I agree, but season 4, I mean, the latest season is the one that we can take it off. You're only as good as your last work, right? Is what we all say, right? And season 4 was a really good piece of work. So I do believe volume 18, 16, and 17, as long as they do it right, just like season 4, it'll be treated right. The thing is, right, I know a lot of people will say 16 and 17 probably need more than 12 episodes. I can see that point for sure. But I do also believe I do believe that they can fit it in. It would be a little bit difficult. I don't think it's impossible. It's not like how they did season 2 where they tried doing 6, 7, 8, and 12 episodes. That was a mistake and a half. That was a very big mistake. But I would easily also say at the same time, if they didn't do volume 8 at the end of season 2, and those 3 episodes, 2 or 3 episodes that we had for volume 8 were given to volume 6 and 7, you could make a very good argument that that season would have been way better, easily, because literally War Games needed another episode and a half or so, and season 2 or the Ishtar arc and Haruhime arc needed another episode or 2. Literally, you're there, boom, you're done. That's all you needed, literally. So I don't know, I feel like they can do the same thing with 16 and 17. 17 is the biggest concern for me. 16 I think they can easily do within like maybe 5 or 6 episodes. The other 6, 7, maybe even 8 episodes probably need to be given to 17. 17 is the bigger one I feel that they need to work on and make sure it's done right, because there's a lot of monologues, there's a lot of like internal thoughts and processes. It has to be done well. That is my biggest concern, because JC staff hasn't been known for doing monologues great. Season 4 was a better improvement, but before that, we've seen them do a horrible job. So we'll have to wait and see. I really like this anime and I'm happy to see it continue. I await the release with trepidation and excitement. Yep, absolutely. Also, this makes me realize this after this arc, won't the anime caught up to the Ellen? What will they do after once the season 5 ends? I'm really hoping for them to adapt the Danmimo story events. I'd kill for an Astray record or Nancy Fiana anime. I agree. I have no idea what they're gonna do. But it will probably be 2 years to get out then. So maybe Omori would have written a couple of more volumes. If not, they adapt SO more and give more time. I mean, we have to go back to season 2 for SO, which is way back in the past. I don't know if that's the biggest problem with SO. The opportunity and the time to do SO was season 3, in all honesty. Them just ignoring it for so long is causing it to run into a lot of issues where it's gonna be like, frick, where do we place it in the timeline, But yeah, I think, even if it takes 2 years for them to get it out, volume 20 is not going to come out till, let's say, next year, because we know Omori is going on a bit of a break after writing so many light novels. He also wants to do a Haruhime Familiar Chronicles as well as somewhere in between. So say he does volume 20, then Familiar Chronicles, Haruhime, that's 2024, 2025 early. Maybe at the end of 2025 he releases volume 21. But then you're done with the Education District arc, because we know it's a short arc, but you're starting the next arc. That's not enough for an anime season. So we're probably not going to be getting another anime season till at least 27, 28, I want to say. Maybe we'll see. I wouldn't mind those Azovas or maybe a few Sororatory seasons. Another movie. Let me dream, damn it. Let me dream, damn it. Agreed on that front. Are we seriously close to that? We are close to that. Yep. I'm really curious how they're gonna adapt this arc since it covers 3 volumes. They need to split into 2 parts for it to even work, and then even then cuts will be inevitable. Yeah, I mean, Crazy Plate said season 4 covered three volumes, part 1 being volume 12, 13, and part 2 being volume 14. They can do the same. And the thing is, right, you have to remember that season 4 also had a lower episode count than what it should have been technically, because it was a 22 episode season in total, part 1, part 2 together. Usually 2 cores are 24 episodes usually, so technically they can still add 2 more episodes, mind you, right? They could have easily added 2 more episodes to season 4, which I don't know why they didn't. I mean, I guess it's monetary, or getting the slots was a bit difficult for them, but still, I think it would have been a perfect opportunity for them to do it. But yeah, we'll see. Let's skip a little bit ahead to another section. Of course, we're gonna go into spoilers here. More spoilers. Oh my lord, too many spoilers. All right, let's go down here basically and see some other ones here. Let's see. Okay, nothing else really. Everybody's just super excited and everything. I hope they make part 1 a movie. They said TV anime, so I doubt that we're gonna get a movie, unfortunately. But there you guys go. I think we're gonna wrap it up there. I'm not gonna include the spoiler ones necessarily. I want us to avoid that because I don't want people to get spoiled in this video. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think that was quite fun to go through some people's comments and stuff. Of course, if you want me to make a spoilery version of this, where I go over the spoiler section and talk about the potential for what they could include, not include, and stuff like that, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.